Hey YouTube, definitely let me start off the video by wishing you guys a happy and productive week up ahead. Happy Monday. Thanks for tuning back into It's Your Girl K Car Chronicles. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to It's Your Girls K Car Chronicles. We running, yeah. Stumbling, till we get you back. Oh, yeah. It's your girl K. Inspired, beyond inspired. Yeah. Living in fear is no joke. Okay, living in fear is no joke. It is something serious. Like it's almost paralyzing mentally. It really keeps you from reaching your full potential and things you want to do. It keeps you from achieving goals. Not even achieving it. It keeps you from attempting goals. It keeps you in a comfort zone. Living in fear. Oh my goodness, the list can go on and on and on. It could keep you depressed. It can keep you comfortable. It just does so many things. And the bulk of it is it keeps you stagnant. Like, I know personally, you know, when you get comfortable with pay, you get comfortable with familiarity, you get comfortable with your daily schedule. Comfort is also, it will have you stuck. Comfort and relying on being comfortable, because sometimes you just really have to step out on faith, face your fears. And I know it's just a saying, but baby, I have lived it. Okay, let me tell you, I was a single mom in Georgia and things were good. I was making decent pay, but it was a small part of Georgia, like the Georgia-Florida line. It was a really small town in Georgia. It was no LPN schools around. It was no schools like that. It wasn't really any resources there for help, for daycare assistance. Like, it just wasn't help. And then my family had moved back down to South Florida, which is where I'm at now. My family members had moved out of there because there was just no opportunities. It was very, it was few and very far in between of opportunities. And I had to really just step out with nothing. Like, I didn't take any of my belongings with me because I didn't have the money to. So I literally started from scratch in Florida. When I moved here, I stayed with my auntie in her living room on a blow-up bed with 2 kids. I just know that I needed to change, and I was just tired of living in fucking fear. I was just so tired of living in fear. Like, I don't even remember what brought me back to this conversation, but something happened. I can't even tell you, but that thing has sparked something in me. Some memories was ignited, and I just was like, no. I was telling the young lady, like, you living in fear. You have to stop living in fear. You have to step out on faith. Stop the insanity. Stop doing things the same way, but expect a different outcome. But you're steadily doing the same shit. Stop that. That is insanity. Whew. Listen. I'm serious, man. Like, if you have something on your heart that you want to achieve and you are afraid for whatever reason to go after those dreams and goals that you may have, pray about it. What I started doing, because praying for me, I have to keep 100. Prayer does work, and I am a believer. But for me, it wasn't enough at the point of my life that I was in. I had to map out, and I literally wrote out a list when I was in Georgia of the good of me staying in Georgia and keep these insanity keep living insanity, doing the same shit over and over and expecting a different result. I had to put down the good of staying in Georgia and put down the bad with staying in Georgia. And honestly, I remember my bad column was full. My good column had like 2 or 3 things there. And at that point, I had made it a plan. I had left. And I came to Central Florida with my sister. And then from that point, I moved to South Florida. I had to leave. I was so depressed. Like, it just a continuation of nothingness. Like, I just remember being in so much darkness. Like, and so afraid to change my schedule. So afraid to be alone. So afraid to really, really be out here single. And this is the best shit I could have ever done for myself. Stop living in fear. I know, y'all, like, I am really passionate about that because I know firsthand how that shit can get a person, man. Like, worry about finances. Oh, but I gotta take care of these kids. Look, God always makes a way. God always makes a way. And if there's a will, there's a way. There's a will, there's a goddamn way. You know, we as single parents, we find ways to feed our children. We find ways to do things. We find ways around our children's schedule. Sometimes you just gotta step out on faith. If you surrounded by people, step out on faith. Stop living in fear that you can't stand strong by yourself and need friends. Nah, man. Get them negative ass people out your life. Stop living in fear when it comes to friendship, financial problems. Stop living in fear when it comes to education. If you want to further your education, my thing with education was I was living in fear of going back to school and failing. And I had got so comfortable in my fear that I had made excuses literally in my head. I had then told myself why I cannot be a nurse. Why I cannot be a nurse, and why I can't, because I got these kids. I don't get no support. I'm the only person that supports my kids financially, blah, 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 blah. This was before I moved down here. Now I have a lot of help from family. You know, like, living in fear gets comfortable. Living in fear can get very fucking comfortable. You can get very comfortable in living in that fear and being scared to go out. You make excuses and it sound good. Listen, I had every excuse in the book as to why I could not be a nurse. And I'm doing very well. Living in fear, that's where it gets you. Nowhere. For real, y'all. Stop. See y'all in the next video. Like, this is something that I'm really, really passionate about. Like, seriously, man. Like, I am really passionate about that. Like, my heart goes out to anybody feeling stuck and feeling like
it gets better. It gets better. It gets better.